and I translate left 2 units, for formal notation, am I on the other side of the red line? Am I going to think about opposites, or am I going to do it as I see it? Opposites. So, y is going to equal f of what? X plus 2. Y is going to equal f of
X minus 2.
x minus 2. For the next one, I'm going to have y minus 2 equals f of x. And then the algebra cleans it up and puts y equals to f of x plus 2. Note all that ridiculousness we had in year 9 and year 10 when we thought about inside the bracket you do the opposite, but the number you add at the end you do different, and you had to think differently about what happens to the turning point between y equals x minus 2 squared plus 4. That was positive, but that was positive. What's going on? Well, in actual fact, what it should have been was y minus 4 equals x minus 2 squared. Because I went to the right 2, so therefore I put the opposite, and I went up 4, so therefore I write the opposite. Then when the algebra kicks in, this moves to the other side and causes all that confusion that year 9s and 10s have trying to work out about transformations. Is that okay so far? So, if I translate down to units, it becomes y plus 2 equals f of x. So y equals f of x minus 2. Reflection over the x-axis, reflection over the x-axis. I replace y with minus y. So the rule is going to become minus y equals f of x. So y equals negative f of x. But it started with replacing y with minus y. The same here, I'm going to replace x with, so y equals f of minus x. Did I make a mistake anywhere? X equals f of y. Which means to get the y outside of the inside of the f, I need to do the inverse of both sides. So that then becomes y equals f inverse of x. Big inverse, reflecting over y equals x. Dilate by a factor of 2 from the x-axis. Then I'm going to have y equals, 2y equals f of x. Is that correct?
No.
The opposite, y on 2. I'm trying to brush. And therefore you'll get a 2 sitting over there. And lastly, y equals f of x on 2. We have the opposite happening. Is that table okay? I've got a nice typed one ready for you. I just haven't photocopied it yet. Hello.
What's the red line you were referring to when you were trying to determine if it was adjacent or if it's opposite?
I missed the lot. Sorry.
You said something about a red line.
Oh.
Determine whether it's adjacent or if it's opposite. Okay.
Yeah. On this side, we read it as we see it. On that side, we don't.
Okay.
Last year, there used to be matrices. The matrices get dropped out of the course. So you'll see lots of previous exams having matrices as part of the transformation questions. Just ignore them for this year, which is why I've only got one thing here. There was a second column. So,